Live from Atlanta, Georgia on 108 Praise Radio and Clark TV Network, here's your host, Stoney Love. Welcome to the Stoney Love Show, where each show is inspirational, delightful, encouraging, and amazing as you are. Live from Atlanta, Georgia on 108 Praise Radio and Clark TV Network, here's your host, Stoney Love. Welcome.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Stoney Love Morning Show. Happy Friday. Yes, it's a beautiful, lovely Friday today. And wherever you are around the world, I hope you're having an amazing morning. And I hope that you said your prayers today, did your meditation, and drank your water. It's good for your soul. Keep you in line with the universe and with God. That's the very most important thing. And the quote of the day: the only way to have a friend is to be one. So, have you ever thought about it? Are you a good friend? Do you go the extra mile? Do you do that wonderful thing for others that you wish they would do for you? So, if you have any friends, I know I do. And shout out to all my friends. I don't have a lot of friends, but the ones that I do have, I want to say good morning to you all. A lot of my friends are from when I was a kid, and they spill over into my adulthood. And I just want to say good morning to all of you, and you know exactly who you are. And I'm sending you love and beautiful sunlight. And today we have a great show for you. It's all about positivity. It's all about God. It's all about the gospel. And a lot of our artists today, well, all of our artists today are gospel singers, musicians. So we have Natasha Good that's going to be virtual with us, and the Hawkins brother will be joining us later in the segment. And then we're going to have live in the studio Danielle Sonny Bryant in the studio later on this morning. So I want to say, everybody, welcome. Enjoy the music. Enjoy the interview. And good morning. We have live with us Miss Natasha Good. Or should I say artist, singer, songwriter, Natasha Good. Is that
right? Sweet. Last name Gray.
Gray?
Yeah, Natasha Gray.
Natasha Gray? So where did I get good from?
Oh, that's the name of the song.
Y'all excuse me here. I be combining names and songs all together. I do apologize. No, Natasha Gray is online this morning, you guys. Please forgive me. I don't know why and then I advertised you as Natasha Good.
It's okay. Totally okay.
Oh my gosh. I do apologize for that. Well, Ms. Gray, welcome to the Stoney Love Morning Show.
Thank you so much.
Where are you in the world today?
I'm in Charleston, South Carolina.
Oh wow, beautiful place. I don't think I've ever been there. I must come there to see you, beautiful people.
Yeah, it's real nice. Now it gets hot, but it's really nice there.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So you are a entertainer, gospel singer, and how long have you been doing this? When did you know that it was your calling to give us the word of God through music?
Wow. Well, for a long time, I've been singing since I was 8 years old, first of all, in a church. But I used to sing with my uncle's choir, Christopher Gray in the North Carolina Mass Choir. And that's what, I guess, so at 16 is when I knew, like, this is something that I was passionate about. And I never really wanted to sing about anything else but God and His goodness and grace. And so I've just been sticking with that since then.
Wow, that's beautiful. So, do you still sing in the choir today?
No, he doesn't have a choir, but I do. I am the worship pastor at my church, Seacoast Church, here in Charleston. So I'm just continuing that and just serving the local church.
Okay, so you are a pastor at your church as well?
Yes.
Okay, so now how is that? Is that a task, ministering to others? Is it for the congregation or youth, or is there selective that you minister to, or just The entire congregation.
It's the entire congregation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is that hard? Do you find that dealing with the dynamics of people, because when we're in church, we come as we are, and a lot of us, we lay it all down. So we need people like yourself who are very strong in the Word that can lead us back to Christ. So do you find that hard sometimes to when you're in that element to be able to be of service completely, or it's an easy, God is giving you this as an easy task? It's easy for you.
I think it can be difficult at times because you are carrying the weight of a lot of people's issues and things like that.
Secrets, yes.
Yeah, so I think, but if you could just keep the purity of heart and just understand, like, everybody needs grace and kindness, and it just help you get through it each time you have to, pray for someone or take on their burden in that kind of way.
So for someone, say myself, if I'm lost and I just don't believe that there's heaven and there's a God, and what would you tell me today?
Honestly, I think that I would just tell you my testimony. God saved me, and He's able to do all things if we just believe and trust in Him. I feel like if we give Him our issues and understand, like, we can't control it all, that He has the power and He works in us, that we'll be able to make it each and every day. Just striving, just to be close to Him and understanding that He is our source.
And that is so true. He definitely is our source. Now, through your music, how do you minister to the people? Um, Through when you write your songs, are these coming from experiences, testimonials, things that you've gone
Yes,
through?
yes, absolutely. Every song is something that I've gone through or I'm dealing with currently. And it's just encouragement. Like, every time I sit down to write, it's like, how do I encourage myself and others? Because life is difficult and we just need hope and joy and peace. And that's what I desire to give through my music.
You said peace, and a lot of us are not in peace within ourselves.
Hmm.
How do we get there? How do we find that place of I need comfort within? Because no one can give that to you but you and the divine. So
Right.
how do we talk to him and get that space between that place where he's talking to us and we know it's him? Because sometimes people
Yeah.
say, "Well, God told me and God said," but do we know it was God?
Yeah. Like, for me, you just have to be intentional about seeking Him out, reading His Word.
Mm,
Even like if you're getting therapy or counseling from someone, making sure that they're God sent. Um, and His Word, like, has helped, like, change the trajectory of my life. Just reading His scripture. I will always say, like, if you don't know anything about the Bible, just start in Psalms. It's just filled with desperation and hope, like
mm,
someone crying out to God, like, come and help me. I
yes.
need you. And Him always answering those prayers and always coming to the rescue of His people. So I just believe if you just get in a quiet space and really seek out God and His presence and His Word and just lean, like, into it, He'll encourage you and give you that peace.
I do believe that. Now, your song that you just released called Good, what is that song about? What does that mean?
Good is like when you have gone through the roughest of the rough, you have to understand, like, there's a reason for it. And you can see the good at the end of it. That God needed you to, like, travel this journey, um, just to understand like his purpose in your life,
Mm-hmm.
or just to see like at the end of it all, God will reveal the good of it. Like while you're going through, it might seem like this is just too much. But then when you get to the end of your trial or the end of uh, a confusing situation, God always reveals like the point, the purpose. Um,
But that will be for someone when they're listening to your song to have faith
mm,
and know that it's going to work out for the
right.
good. Even though it looks bad right now at that moment, that faith has to kick in to know that it's going to work out for your good. At some point, I want to play your song so that we can hear your song, and after we, when we at some point in this segment. So, are there any other songs that you have that are coming out or being released, or do you have an album already together?
Well, I do have an album. It's actually from 2014. Like that's my album, but I am working on new music.
Okay.
My single that I released like this year, like maybe 2 months ago, is called Rainbows, and that's really about my mental healing health journey. So that's a cool encouragement type of song. So I'm hopefully I'll have my complete second album, my sophomore album out this year. So I'm just working on creating the music and just listening to God and seeing what He wants me to say.
And that's where you have to be. You have to be in that quiet place, as you said, that peace, that perfect peace, where you can listen to Him and know that it is God that is speaking to you. And so, if you had to say something to someone that was a lost soul today, what would that be? What word of encouragement would you give to them?
I would just say when you're going through, like when you're at the end of a rough time in your life, just know that you're loved and that you're cared about. And God sees and He knows all. Like He is right there walking with you, beside you. Um, and if you could just, I don't know, for me, if I just close my eyes and I just think of His goodness and what He's already brought me through, just remembering where He has brought us through from a time before, I know that God can do it again. So just continue to be in hope and just continue to pray and draw closer to God. That's what I would say.
Draw closer. That's right. Tell everybody where they can find you at, Miss Gray, and your music at this current time.
Yeah, so you can find me on Apple Music. I'm on Spotify, Natasha Gray. Of course, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Natasha Gray Area is my handle for those. So
And the
yeah, reach
song
out.
is called Good, not her last name, you
That's good.
guys.
Yep. Not yeah, good. And also Rainbows is the other song that is out now too.
Rainbow? Okay, well, we're going to check out, we do have Good, and we're going to check it out at some point during this segment. But after these messages, we'll be right back with Danielle Sunny Bryant. She's going to share some of her. It's a Gospel Friday, Spiritual Friday, whatever you want to call it. I love it. So thank you so much, Ms. Gray, and
Thank
we'll be
you.
checking out. We'll be waiting for new music very soon from
All
you.
right. Thank
And
you.
keep up the good work and keep spreading the word of God because we need women like you who are not afraid to tell us that God is good and He's real. And thank you so much and have a beautiful day up there in North Carolina. Is that correct?
South Carolina.
South Carolina. And
Yeah.
yes, I got it all wrong. It's
It's
okay.
okay.
Oh, it comes with old age. Have a great day. See you
You
later.
too.
All right. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye bye. Did that other lady come? Yes. Did you find? Well, you gonna be able to play her music? Okay. Yeah. Get her out of the way so I don't have to come back and Was that 15 minutes? Even in my head, I'd be trying to, cause it's like after a few questions.
The pain is so great, I don't understand how you could allow her to happen. The challenge I faced, just trying to find strength. I'm losing faith, what's left to say? When I feel like you've left me, you tell me you love me. When I feel like I'm losing, you've proven it doesn't good. Walking through shadows, face to face with fear. Where is your hand? Where's the end? Anxiety surrounds me. Do you hear my prayer? I'm losing faith. What's more to say? When I feel like you've left me, you tell me you love me. say it, but I know it. It's okay. God will feel good. At the end of it all, God will reveal good.
Welcome back to the Stoney Love Morning Show. I hope you enjoyed the song Good by Minister Natasha Gray. Make sure you guys check that out on Apple and Spotify. And as I promised, we would have the one and only Danielle Sonny Bryant. How are you this morning?
I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me. This is beautiful. Taking it all in.
Yes, thank you so much, and welcome. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am the daughter of, I call it an AK, right? Because I'm an apostle's kid. I'm the daughter of an apostle and a pastor, so I grew up in the church. And my mom was a singer, so she trained me at the age of 6 to be a singer. And while, most kids would be out running, playing tag and doing what kids do, hopscotch, I got to do all that, but when I got off the bus from school, I had to go and learn my scales. I had to sit at the keyboard with Mom, and it has paid off for me tremendously. In addition to that, I am a doctoral student. I'm working on my doctorate in higher education administration. I am the assistant director of the adult basic education at the college that I work at. So I've been blessed, and most of all, I'm here in Atlanta for Gospel Music Workshop of America Convention. Sing on the National Praise Team, and been blessed to background for some great artists. Like this week we did Vicki Winans, we background for Keela Richardson, and I've done background for Jonathan Nelson, Leandria Johnson. So it all came full circle for me. Just to have this opportunity to do my own music has been a blessing.
Wow, that's beautiful. We're going to hear some of your music later in the segment today. So your mother taught you at an early age how to get those vocals going.
Yes.
And that was the best thing you feel that she could have done for you. That was the gift that she could have done.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. When we learn our gift at an early age and we know what we're supposed to be doing, it helps us flow through life a lot easier. Have you been obedient to that voice during this entire time?
No. I was. I didn't cultivate my singing until my late teens. I sung in choirs at school and at church, but I really started getting serious with my singing after I graduated. And God blessed me to start, working with praise teams and choirs and just being able to work on my own musically. And I met someone that heard me sing, and he was like, I see, he prophesied, he said, I see you ministering, and I see you doing your whole project. And from there, things just started happening. A little bit after that, I was like, nah, no, he's just, jiving. Met someone else. You ought to be singing and doing this, and I just started running into different people who opened doors. And I just started recording, getting into the industry, radio, just meeting one by one people that just helped me learn the business and learn how to do what, the smart style of what I always loved to do.
What is it like singing backup for the Winans?
It's interesting. People would think that you would get starstruck, but learning the music and being there, being professional, just enhancing what they're doing. It really makes me feel like I'm really blessed. Yes. I think that's the only word that I can think of right now is just blessed. To stand behind such greats in this industry, greats in, the gospel music world, and just to stand there and help assist them. When it's my turn, I have someone to assist me.
So you have backup singers now?
I have my team. They're back at home in New Jersey that back me up. Usually if I go someplace and there's singers in the audience, they help me out there.
Okay. So you're growing. That's a wonderful thing.
Yes, it is.
And then you're also ministering the word of God through your music.
Yes.
So that's also a blessing, because we need that uplifting and encouraging music. I mean, because you sound like you got the voice, and you could have made a choice to sing other music and still have been as successful.
Yes.
I haven't even heard you sing, but I can feel it. I don't know.
I have sung other genres of music.
Really?
And I'm also classically trained to sing. I've done opera, jazz, blues, but gospel is where my heart is.
Wow. That is, and I can't wait to hear some of your music and be blessed with that. I feel the anointing as well. Very spiritual, because I too am that person. So when we are that person, we don't have to tell anybody because it's theirs. So I can feel that with you. And how is it when you're traveling the world and you're singing your songs and people are learning who you are? What is it that you give? What is the best part of it that you give? Not just your vocals, but those words that you of encouragement that you say to someone.
I answer it like this. I had a young lady call, and I haven't heard from her in about 10, 15 years, and she said, I was riding a bus, and I was contemplating suicide, and your song came up on my playlist. And she said, I just cried on the bus, and whatever direction she was going in, she decided she changed her direction. And another person wrote me an email. I was about to commit suicide, and I heard your song, Don't Give Up. I heard your song, I Believe God, and I decided that I'm gonna hang on just a little bit longer. I'm gonna live. A mom. My little boy was acting out. I put your music in it. He just calmed. These are things that make it worthwhile. And that's how you reach the masses.
That's right.
You make a difference a little bit by little bit.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
When I hear these stories,
Yeah.
because people don't know mentally what people go through.
Yes.
And so music is such a powerful thing.
Yes.
And according to what you listen to, music can either make you depressed It can make you stress or it can make you
Exactly.
feel good. So it
Exactly.
depends on what you're allowing to enter your brain.
Right.
So for you to be giving us that sort of music that can say, you know what, I know it looks bad right now. I know that it may not be working
Yes.
out right now.
Yes.
However,
However, yeah,
I'm just gonna turn around.
yeah.
Now that's some
Yes.
powerful music.
And that comes from experience.
Yes.
And so when you hear my music, you hear a piece of me, a piece of my life. How people wouldn't know, I'll project when I sing that I battled with suicide in my teens. How it took me years to overcome that and to see my individual worth. So when I tell people, don't give up, I'm telling you from experience.
That's true. Because every day may not be a sunny day,
It's not.
but we never know what tomorrow brings.
Yeah.
So if we give up today
Yeah.
and say, you know what, it's all over, I don't want to do this anymore, we just don't know, we're going to miss what God has for us.
Yes, that's it.
And, you know, I tell people all the time, I have a grandson that suffers from mental health issues.
Yeah.
And I grab him sometime and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yes.
You're not going to go anywhere. I'm with you. We're here
That's
in this
it.
journey together.
That's
as long
it.
as I'm here, we're going to rock this thing. We're going to pray about
gonna
this
get
thing.
through it, yeah.
We're going to do it.
I tell
And-
people with that, and you may not know me in listening to my music. You may not even have ever seen my face personally. But I want my listeners to hear at some point, I need you.
Yes.
You don't have to know me to know that I need you. You are so valuable. It sounds corny. My name is Sunny. And I say on some days, I have to bring the sun. I have to bring the sunny into my own day.
Right.
And it's not always great. It's not always grand. It's not always beautiful. But I have to find a way to bring the sunny into that day. And
Yes, that is so true. Now, with you you said that you suffered as a child with
Yeah.
depression, suicide.
yeah,
And as you've gone into your adulthood and you've aligned yourself with Christ,
Yes.
because that's all about what's going to deliver you
Yes.
from that. 'Cause
Yes.
that's a spirit,
yes,
and people don't realize that, but that is. And then
It
until
is.
you connect with Him,
yes,
and align yourself with Him, only will you depart from that, because you'll understand that no matter what happens,
yes,
you're going to be okay.
yes.
Now, do you help anyone as far as like the suicide prevention? Do you do any work with them because you know what it's like?
I know what it's like. I don't outwardly just go to and call and work, but I, as a counselor in my church, I work with the young people.
Okay.
I'm open. I talk to people on social media, and I counsel. I write. I do everything that I can. I've always been that open. My students, I've been there. I've sat and I just been that shoulder or that ear, and then that voice of reason, you know. And so that's where I've gotten a lot of my growth from, just
Yes.
being that help, that support. And I want to say this, it wasn't because I didn't have the support system of my family, a great family and a great support system. I didn't feel as if I was in a safe space to talk. I didn't know. And when you grow up in the church and you see how things are supposed to be, I had an image of what I thought. You know, you're the pastor's kid, you're not supposed to. I was being bullied in school. I was being bullied.
As a pastor's kid?
Yes, just in general, I was bullied.
Right.
And I didn't know
Because
how
you're
to
different.
Right.
As a church kid, I was a
Right.
church kid. I
Right.
know. They don't let you sit down on the bus.
Yeah.
They take your food and, you know.
They didn't like my curly hair, so
Yeah,
they pull my hair.
right.
Do
And then they
different
call you
things.
names,
Yeah.
and you know, you just because you're already different. you're already
Already
the
different.
chosen one, but you don't
Yeah,
know that.
That's right. I didn't know anything about that, and I didn't know
Right.
how to talk to my mom and dad about it, but they always affirmed me, gave me love.
Right.
It was just, when I grew up and I finally came to a place where I said, Mom, we need to talk about this. And my mom said, you should have come to me. And I hope that the young people that are listening are encouraged, don't hold things in. Talk, find that safe space and talk to somebody.
That's right.
But yes, coming into Christ, that helped things transition a whole lot easier for me. And I got to have my own relationship with him, and to see my purpose through that.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Can you give us some acapella this morning?
Some acapella. Ooh, the GMWA has taken a lot, but we're gonna do some work today.
All right now.
You are my strength, strength like no other, strength like no other. Reaches to me. You are my strength, strength like no other, strength like no other. Reaches to me.
Beautiful. I knew it.
That's my song.
Praise the Lord. Thank you so very much for that. And we're going to play your music. We have some. Are we ready for our music? Okay. So after we're going to come back after these messages. And then coming up next, we have the Hawkins brothers as well. It's been a very spiritual Friday. And I want to thank you, Danielle Sonny Bryant. Tell everybody where they can find you on your social media handles.
I am easy to find. Danielle Sonny B on Facebook, on Instagram. I am on TikTok. And you can email me at DanielleSonnyDBryant@gmail.com.
Are you dancing for the Lord on TikTok?
I don't dance. He did not give me rhythm.
It's okay.
But I am a funny person. I'm comical. Okay. So I do a little bit of skits and a little bit of lip singing, but you also hear some of my music on there as well.
Really? And, I'm going to follow you on TikTok.
Yeah, then you get to meet my dog, Buttons. So she's my co-star on TikTok as well.
Oh, wow. Beautiful. Thought I would never hear that name again. That's my niece's name.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
That's not the look on my face, right? I need to call her today then. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So thank you, Ms. Ryan, for coming into the Stoney Love Show. Thank you for sharing your voice, your love with us. And congratulations on your new music.
Yes, ma'am.
And continue to do what you do.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much. And we'll be right back after these messages.
Dinner is the love and the memories you have with it. Hopefully we're doing something that will make the kids want to continue that tradition like our parents instilled in us.
Now sit down.
For us, Sunday dinner was knowing that, your aunts were gonna be in the kitchen, y'all were gonna be outside, and then you're gonna race when they say dinner's ready, right? Like you're pushing each other out the way, right? But also part of that was on Sunday, you didn't eat all day because you knew where you were getting later, right? Growing up, watching my grandfather, who was just like this stoic man, season and flip meat, these greasy hands, this smock, and everyone's looking at him, right, for whatever it was that was coming off the grill. You get a brisket going, that smoke gets to going, your 16-year-old shows up. Right? Like he sits next to you. He's waiting for that piece of meat, right? So it pulls you. Those smells pull you in. That's hot.
So Ma, as a kid, what was your favorite dish that was made?
Fried chicken.
Like, was it something about that or?
Well, we only had fried chicken on Sundays. It wasn't always a regular thing because when you had like home fried chicken, somebody had to kill the chicken the day before.
I was about to say.
Everything was prepped on Saturday night. Because you have to remember, we're going back now to a stove that was started up with wood or coal.
Right. I used to request for you to make yeast rolls because I was like, this is amazing and it's so flavorful.
So I do mine, like Grandma didn't have, she had the hand mixer that she whipped around. And she would set it where the sun shined on it. Because so it always had to be made early enough that the sun could shine to raise up your rolls.
When we talk about the things that you grew up eating in the house, the one thing that I always loved was my mama's greens. And she took pride at making her son, her oldest boy, these greens. Well, then I met a woman. And fell in love with this woman. And it probably was due to some of those greens. And I think, I'm pretty sure the first thing I said when I took a bite, I think I looked you square in your face and I said, sincerely, these better than my mama greens.
The juices started to come out over here. I just want a couple of it.
Being able to set time aside for your family or your extended family is just hard to come by. And it gets harder the older you get. To be able to sit aside like a dedicated time to be able to say, hey, this is where we are, this is where we're gonna meet. Right. Bring everything that you have of yourself in this moment is great. And for us, the kids respond. It's something that they look forward to. We sing a made-up song called Who Won the Day? And sometimes you don't win the day. We got a 4-year-old who'll say, I didn't win my day, it was a rough day, this happened. But they know that this is a space that we are gonna share that.
Put butter on your hands.
Give me his plate. Well, I'm standing.
If somebody had a challenging day or we know that something happened with someone, our table is where we discuss it, and we discuss it as a family. It gives people an opportunity to express themselves and their emotions and not feel like it's a bad thing. You started it trying to get more conversation at the table, and it really has opened that up. Who win the day?
We win the day.
Who win the day?
We win the day.
Who win the day?
We win the day.
Penelope, how'd you win your day?
I made rolls with my family.
What else?
I was watching TV all night.
With thinking about what does Sunday dinner mean to me, as a parent, making the foods that your kids love is what I take pride in because that's what I saw.
Being able to get together is like almost a small vacation.
Even though you're around the same people all day long.
Even though you're around the same people all day long, you're with people, but you aren't focused on them. Right. And so the dinner table's been a place where we've been able to keep that sense of normalcy, and where we just still have that focus on each other.
And amazing food.
And amazing food.
The idea of Sunday dinner
Good morning and welcome back to the Stoney Love Morning Show. Happy Friday. And as I promised, the Hawkins brothers are here with me. Well, we have two of them. How are you gentlemen doing this morning?
Good.
So who do I have with me this morning?
My name is Rick of the Hawkins boys.
The Hawkins.
And my name is Joe Hawkins of the Hawkins boys.
Okay. So I did find your Joe and Rick, right?
Yes, ma'am.
How many of you are there altogether?
There's 5 in total. My dad, my cousin Lamar, which is Joe's brother, and my brother Aaron Gordon.
Okay, and where are you guys from?
We are from Dallas, Texas. From Dallas, Texas.
Yay, Dallas, Texas. Beautiful. So, you guys sing gospel music.
Yes, ma'am.
So, what created this inside of you to become musicians and singers for the word for God?
Well, the our grandfather, T.J. Hawkins, and the Hawkins family, actually they inspired us to become singers and musicians. Me personally, me watching my dad play drums for the Hawkins family and seeing my grandmother and her siblings and her dad, to see how they was ministering to the people and how people was becoming saved and learning more about Christ. So I thought to myself, that's something I want to do in the near future, is bring my ministry through song and touch people's lives and want them to know more about Christ.
So, are you a minister yourself?
No, ma'am.
You make
I just
me
like
feel
to minister
old.
through music.
So you're Joe, right?
No, I'm Rick. That's
you're
Joe.
Rick. Okay. See, I knew I was gonna mess it up. You're Rick. and hi, Joe. How are you over there? So what do you do? Are you what music do you play, Joe? And instruments do you play in the group?
Well, I'll start off with I do a lot of songwriting for the group and play the drums and come up with different things, concept for the group. That's my role.
Okay. And so, do you guys have? Now, I've heard of the Hawkins family. I don't know. It's been so long because I grew up in the church as well, so that name sounds familiar. So I'm sure maybe it was the generation before you, maybe that will probably did they travel with the Mighty Clouds of Joy? Did they travel with the
you're talking about like Edwin and Walter Hawkins is who you're speaking of.
That's who I'm talking about.
Yes.
I remember them, but they traveled with the Mighty Clouds of Joy, Lucille Pope, and all of them.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now what? Okay, so now we're talking, because I was like, when I seen the name, I was like, I know them and I've heard of them. Now, what was one of their famous songs?
Old Happy Days. It's another one.
It's coming to me now.
Grateful. I think Grateful is one of them.
Okay.
Wonderful Change has come over me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember. I was just a little girl. They've come to our
Going
church.
Up Yonder.
What was the other one?
Going Up Yonder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. See? That's what I'm saying. I don't forget anything. And I remember as a young girl, they would come to our church with Sister Lucille Pope and the Mighty Clouds of Joy. And they would all these beautiful singers and Shirley Caesar, they would be singing and praising the Lord, and the tambourines would be going, and people don't do that. And then they would dance around the church, and I'll just be sitting there watching like, wow. You know? But I was a kid then. So I remember the name, and I remember hearing the name, and I do remember the songs because those songs are in my heart. Now, do you guys make songs like that pierce the heart, like Going Up a Yonder? I remember that. That's still relevant today. And if you don't know that song, you've never been to church, and you're not a Baptist, and you just not right. Because if you don't know nothing about that song, you're not right. I don't even want to know you if you don't know that song.
Yeah.
When you tell people that they ain't right and they don't know that song, because that song is huge. That song, yes, that song is huge. And if you're in the choir at church, you better know that song.
Oh yeah.
And I'm serious. Now, do you guys make music like that today?
Well,
yes.
Yes. Well, think about it when. Go ahead. Well, I would say when we make music, pretty much we come up with a modern sound, and to pretty much to catch the audience, because we don't want to make anything that's already out there, because see, people are just to change and not tradition. So once we make music, and we try to catch a certain audience, and also with the lyrics that we put in our music, because we try to do something that's very, very relatable, that people can think about and look over their lives, and have our lyrics through song bless them.
So, how does your uncle feel about you changing all of this stuff around and not keeping the tradition?
Go ahead, Joe.
Well, the thing is, we still do some traditional stuff, but it's on a modern day style.
Okay.
If that makes sense. So we haven't took the tradition out of it, because that's what we was born and raised on. So it's just a different way that we putting it out there to reach the younger generation, to bring them across.
To capture them, right? Just as your parents, uncles, and them captured us back then. Beautiful. I like that. So, do you ever sing those songs when you're out in concert, or some of them maybe?
No, we haven't.
No?
No.
I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm going to come see y'all.
not as a good anyway.
If y'all ain't singing Going Up and Yonder, y'all ain't right. 'Cause that's how y'all got right here. Y'all got to sing that song. So, today is modern day. You're changing the way because of the youth. You want to bring the youth in. Do you guys have some rapping in your songs? You got some of the rapping new day stuff?
No, ma'am.
Oh, you're not that far. You haven't gone that far from the tradition. I understand.
Not yet anyway.
I understand. So, is any one of the brothers, are there any of them ministers?
Yes, I think Lamar Hawkins and Aaron Gordon. So yes, ma'am, we do have two.
They're ministers. Okay. So how does well, I guess you can answer that for them. So I'll ask you this then. When you're writing your music, I think it's Joe. Joe is the writer. So when you're writing this new day music, do you feel that you're really making an impact with the youth today? Are they buying into the new age?
Well, I would say this. When like we write, I'm gonna just say when I write what God put in my heart, and once He brings it to me, I'll just write nonstop until, you know what I'm saying, because I'm feeling what I'm writing at the same time, and it's like I'm in the spirit when I'm writing, if I could say that.
Yes, you can.
And speaking of that, for as reaching the youth, it's intended for everybody, because let me give you an example. We was in Washington D.C. or Philadelphia.
Washington D.C.
We was in Washington D.C. and the single "Great Change" that we had, which I wrote on. After we got finished performing that song, this guy from Ethiopia, he came and found us after the show and said after he heard the song and the lyrics in the song, it made him want to know more about Jesus. And he wanted to know more so he could go back and tell his family about who Jesus is.
Because a lot of people don't know about Jesus and they don't believe that He is real. Because somehow we have gotten lost from, it seems like a whole generation has gotten lost from the mentioning of Christ, believing in who He is, and having faith. So this is what your music do. It bring us back to where we need to be. Well, bring us to where we need to be, because some people never even been there. So you're taking them to where they need to be and where they need to be fulfilled in their lives, because you can't make it in this world without him. A lot of people think they can just get up in the morning and walk against the wind and everything is going to be okay. And then when that trouble
Right.
comes and their mind starts to be boggled with so much and entangled, they don't know what to do. Then they become suicidal, homicidal, want to run you over with the car, and then they want to shoot you, and then you're like, how did I get here? Because you never gained that connection with Christ. So it's a beautiful
Right.
thing to have musicians like yourself who are writing music and composing music that will people can entertain and be like, you know what? I feel that. Something's happening in my soul. Have you ever had people tell you that when they listen to your music? That something's happening within them? A change?
Oh yes. I mean, actually, me personally, actually, when we was recording and putting the lyrics together to this song, I mean, the lyrics itself, it blessed me. Because at the
Wow.
time, I mean, I was going through something at the time, and just to reflect on the lyrics, and all I could think of was the storm don't last always.
That's
So there will be a great change at the end of the tunnel. All you gotta do is just keep your head up high, continue to hold on to God's unchanging hands, and He will work it out.
I remember that song too, God's Unchanging Hands. And that is so very true. We're gonna tell everybody where they can find you guys so they can check your
Yes,
music out.
yes. Our music is on all digital outlets, and also our EP will be dropping September the 2nd. September the 2nd, entitled Vanquish. But you can reach us and find us on
What
Instagram.
is the name of it again?
Vanquish is the
Banquet.
EP. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so
We'll
we're
be.
gonna make sure we look out for that for September the 2nd.
Yes, ma'am.
And so tell everybody can find you where and what social media.
Our Instagram page is underscore the Hawkins Boys,
Okay.
and our Facebook page is Hawkins Boys page.
Okay, I did find you on there.
Thank
Okay.
you.
And so this single that we're getting ready to listen to now,
Hmm.
what is the name of that song?
That song is entitled Great Change.
And this is your most recent.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, will that also be on the September 2nd album?
Oh, yes, ma'am. That song, and also our first single that came out in 2019 featuring the late, great Rance Allen, entitled Joyful Train as well.
Oh, what was the name of it again?
Joyful Train.
Oh, the Joyful Train. Oh, wow. I gotta check that out.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm excited about your new music. I'm excited about your lineage where you're from. You know, you're
Oh, yeah.
continuing the legacy of so much of what I remember. And I'm gonna check out your new music, and I pray that, and I'm sure it will, because it's just the talent is there. So I know you're gonna pierce my heart with your new music, and I'm gonna love you just as much as I love the elders of your family. And I want to say
Thank you.
thank you so very much for giving us you, and tell your elders of your family as well that they still in my heart, and I still rejoice. So continue the legacy, Rick and Joe. Thank you for
Yes,
joining
ma'am.
the Stoney Love Morning Show. And Joe, keep on those drums, writing that music, and changing the lives. You know, the
Yeah.
lyrics are so important, and people just don't know how much they can change a person's life with their songs. So you guys keep up the good work. I'm going to be following you and watching you and listening to you. And I want to say thank you so much. Have a blessed and prosperous day. And I'll be watching out for you guys.
Thank you, and you do the same as well.
All right. Thank you so much. And I'm going to leave you guys with this quote. A friend is what the heart needs all the time. And what a friend we have in Jesus. Thank you so much and have a beautiful and lovely day. Right here, Clark TV Network and 108 Praise. We want to say thank you so much, and we'll see you on Monday morning.
Dear God, I'm not asking for much. Something got to change. Be with your faithful servant.
Never lose hope. Keep your head up high and wipe the tears from your eyes. Just when you thought it was over, God said He ain't through with your story. Just fall down. A great change is coming your way. Yeah, great change is coming your way. Oh, I see a great change coming your way. There's a great change coming your way. know you've been suffering for a long time, but I feel things are about to break for you any moment now. So don't you give up, but hold on to God's unchanging hand. Oh, it's gonna be a change. Yes, it is. You don't have to wait on it, but it's here right now. It's gonna days, better days, better days, better days. Just because your day didn't go your way, don't give up on God. Look for better days. Just because a day better days, better days, better days, better days. Just because your day didn't go your way, don't give up on God. Look for better days. Just because a day didn't go your way, don't give up on God. Look for better days. Help me say better days. Better days. Better days. Better days. Oh, I'm looking for a better day. Better days. Keep looking for a better day. Look for better days. Because there's only tears of joy to every single woman, girl, and boy. Don't give up on Jesus Christ. He's the one that brings a better life. Don't give up on him. I need you to know. It's gonna get better. Don't get. Look for better days. Don't give up on God. Look for it. Don't you lose your smile or let life get you down. Don't give up on God. Look for better days. Don't you lose your smile or let life get you down. Don't give up on God. Look for better days. Help me say better days. Better days. Oh, I'm looking for better days. Better days. Keep looking for better days. Look for better days. Because it's only tears of joy to every single
just trying to find strength. The pain is so great, I don't understand how you could allow her to happen. The challenge I faced, just trying to find strength. I'm losing faith, what's left to say when I feel like you've left me? You tell me you love me when I feel like I'm losing. You've proven it doesn't go. Walking through shadow, face to face with fear. Where is your hand? Where's the end? Anxiety surrounds me. Do you hear my prayer? I'm losing faith. What's more to say when I feel like you've left me? You tell me you love me when I feel like I'm losing. You've proven it doesn't. When I feel like you've left me, you tell me you love me. When I feel like I'm losing, you've proven it doesn't. When I feel like you've left me, girl. You tell me you love me. When I feel like I'm losing, it doesn't go. It's all good. It's okay. I can't say it, but I know it. It's okay. God will leave it real good. At the end of it all, God will reveal good. Let thy will be done as it is in heaven. Let thy will be done as it is in heaven. Let thy will be done.